Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is your host, JC, Everyday Thoughts. Everyone gather around, should be a good one today. Today's topic is TDJ says that the reason why families are falling apart is because we're raising women to be like men. My thing is, I disagree with what he has to say. My thing is, the reason why we feel like women are being like men is because a lot of them don't really have a choice. It's because we're not being the men, we're not being the fathers that God has created us to be. I mean, we're supposed to be leaders, we're supposed to be guidance, we're supposed to be providers, protectors, all the good stuff. I mean, when you ask the average 25 to 35-year-old man who didn't grow up with a father, in today's generation, they'll tell you that being a man is about having multiple women, having a whole bunch of sex. It's about having a good time. It's not really about the principles, which is about having integrity, leaving a legacy for your children to inherit. It's about being responsible. It's about being sacrificial. I mean, the goal is not about you. That's one thing that a lot of men fail to realize is that, you know, when you come into fatherhood, when you come into manhood, I mean, that's not what it's all about. I know that might look good on TV. You might listen to it on the radio and stuff like that, but that's not what manhood is. It's about leaving your progeny. If you decide to have children with something to inherit or something to build off of, that's really what manhood is all about. You know, being respectful, being kind, being humble. And a lot of us men, we really haven't seen all that from a man's point of view. Yeah, we've had coaches, we had basketball coaches, yeah, we've had football coaches. We maybe had an uncle come in every now and then, but we really haven't had that structure. Oh, hey, tie your tie, or hey, come fix this car, or hey, I wanted to take you out in the backyard. Let's do some yard work. You really haven't had that much toughness. I mean, a lot of these boys, or these young men nowadays, all that they've been doing growing up in front of TV screens, playing Xbox, PlayStation, GameCube, Nintendo, etc. They really haven't had to work a lot. So what happens is when we get into relationships with women, they've kind of been steered differently. They've had to work 2-3 jobs just to get through college. They had to really work a lot harder than us. That's why I feel like they're a lot farther than us, because we kind of just like the coast. We always have that comfort of having our moms, having the auntie really to defend us and really pacify us. But women, they don't really have that kind of luxury. At least a lot of women I've talked to, the moms was tough on them. They had to get it any kind of way. They had to go out there, make some money on the strip pole. They maybe had to, bust some tables at Waffle House or Fogo de Chao. So it's a lot different for our upbringing. You know what I'm saying? They really have to work hard. A lot of men, we kind of take the easy road. We just can just sit back and just, we have, moms, aunties, grandmas to help us out. But a lot of women, they may not have that same kind of luxury. So we're just being steered two different ways. I mean, they all saying, women always being taught tougher than they are for men. And I really do agree, because like I said, you ask the younger generation, you talking about younger generations from 85 to 2000 babies. I mean, really like my generation, like we didn't really have that tough father, said I'm gonna come work all these hours, take care of you, take care of mama. You don't see all that. It's gonna be like, hey, your mama taking care of the bills, taking care of the furniture, getting furniture shopping, wearing multiple hats. So you don't really see too many situations in which the man is just taking charge and the young boys can emulate that. Like, they could be like, yeah, my dad took care of everything. Dad took care of mom, grandmother. He took care of all that. A lot of these kids these days, we can't say that. We don't think we can sit here and say it's about early 1900s, maybe 1800s. We can't talk about the 80s when, you had the crack era. So really took, a lot of fathers out the home. So we can't really say, okay, we grew up with father, we know what manhood is, or we know how to take care of home. a lot of us we don't. I mean, and then a lot of time we get tricked thinking about manhood is about, you know, sleeping around and having so much money, and you know, that's really what you really see a lot of kids today think about what manhood is all about. But no, it's about reserving yourself, leaving a legacy behind. It's about, you know, embracing others and being inspirational to other people, and just working on yourself daily. That's what, you know, manhood is all about. And like I said, I mean, a lot of men, like I said, just had it easy, and I can't really deny that. I mean, like I said, my kudos go out to all the single mothers out there that, you know, taking on multiple hats. But like I said, the fathers, they got to step up, point blank. And we can't sit up here to great women talking about they too strong, they too masculine, if we're not looking at the men, or why are we not developing right enough? Why are we not the one leading the company? Why are we not taking charge, you know, leading? Because, you know, a lot of these relationship marriages, you see the woman, she dominated the relationship, the guy's just there. So you do have to be mindful of that. And, you know, it's kind of hard to see a lot of men emulate what they never seen. I mean, they read it in their textbooks growing up, and you may have an old picture of your grandfather, but you never really seen it like firsthand, so it's hard for a lot of men to relate. Well, yeah, though, I mean, that's all I really have to say about the whole topic that he said. I mean, I disagree with what he says, but like I said, what do you feel? Until next time, I'm out. JC, Everyday Thunners.